Alright, about 11:15. Didn't spend too much time on that. In this garbage heap, though, there was several usable garbage bags. And you might still see a couple pieces laying here and there, but we got a majority of it cleaned out. That brings me a lot of peace, just because it's less cluttered. But it's my belongings right there. This is how much we were able to collect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 garbage bags worth of stuff. And there's several other larger items. Now, packing this out is not going to be easy, but maybe we can talk to somebody locally and see if they have a cart or something that might be able to help us. This bag unfortunately is ripped, but I doubt that the county is going to come clean that up, and might have to dispose of it by other means, using other people's garbage cans or something. I'm not sure. And if we bring garbage out of here like that, I doubt the county will allow us to stay here. Now, they've already stated that there is an ordinance where there isn't camping allowed here, but it seems like the people that do live down here overruled. Apparently it would be too much trouble for the county, who knows. But here we are, an update on our little lake. It has pretty much completely flooded the lower level of our camp. Our level is still dry. So how much do we want to bet that it does go up that high, and that I did take precautionary action correctly? So we'll see. And besides, getting in and out of there would be troublesome without having to break down the wall that we worked so hard to make. So hopefully that stays. Well, let's see. If it gets up to that second step right there, then we know that we made the right decision. So, and it does look like the water level is increasing. We were lucky enough to pack our belongings out just in time. Gosh, what a shame. And here's what I look like today. Not looking that great, but I'm surviving. You can see that my clothes are dirty, waterlogged, but so this is where we're going to set up our new tent, in that area where we just took all the garbage out. We're going to level it using our shovel, thanks to my grandmother, who gave this to us for Christmas. Yes, it's very dirty, but it's very versatile and very useful. So we're going to take a break because I'm rather tired already. We're going to keep these materials to continue working on our shelter eventually. But so having it tucked back here might offer us a little bit more privacy. So let's clean this area out as best as we can. Make what we do with what we have, what little we have. Okay, there we have it. It's as level as I believe I can get it without too much more toil. As you can see, my little retaining wall only was just a step up. But this will have to do. Now, it's not perfect, but it will do. Next step is to set up our tent and sort out our wet belongings from our dry belongings. Get it as clean as possible inside the tent. And it looks like we're going to have to spend tomorrow doing laundry. Unfortunately, we're going to be out of dry, comfortable clothes to sleep in tonight. But it's already nearing 3 o'clock. Roughly 3 more hours until we lose light. And roughly 3 more hours before the buses stop running. So there's no local laundromats. Our game plan tomorrow will be to wake up early, pack our wet clothes out to get them washed, and then we'll have clean clothes tomorrow. But this is what we do, lone wolves, in dire need, and troubled times. We just gotta work hard. I've spent, I don't know, 4 hours doing this, moving my belongings, setting up, which will be our third shelter. So, updating the water situation. Still staying around level right there. Our original camp area is still dry. But still, I bet you tomorrow, come tomorrow, that will be completely flooded. Alright, let's take a moment of silence. Look at those ominous clouds. Da 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 da. Okay, survivors, this is the best I can do for the day. We got the tent set up. It's not set up perfectly, but this was a cover that I made. I found an abandoned tent nearby, and I'm using it as a cover. But I found out that you have to have an overhang, otherwise water will run down the side, down the main zipper, and into the main area. So, we're not perfect right here. I think if I dig that out a little bit more, I can fix that little bump in there and tighten things up a little bit more all around. But for what we need, this is what we're going to have to deal with. Here's our little area off to the side over here where we're going to be keeping the items that we've salvaged in the area. A lot of cordage, a bucket that we salvaged, fire starter, styrofoam little cooler. That's what I have for pots and pans. And then a propane tank and some fuel that we salvaged in the area. I mean, these were literally just probably flooded out. Those materials we'll save to continue working on our shelter if we ever get it back. So, that's all of my wet belongings. Blankets and clothing. It's going to be a pain lugging that out of here tomorrow. It is roughly 4 o'clock, and most laundromats around here close up around 8. That gives us 4 hours, but to lug it out over, I don't know, 2 miles to the closest bus stop, to catch a bus before 6 o'clock, it doesn't seem feasible. And then wherever we decided to use a laundromat, it would be a long walk home with 2 heavy bags of clothing and blankets. So we might have to do this in 2 trips. Starting tomorrow, I mean, one of the most important things is clothing. I'm going to prioritize my clothing over my blankets right now. So, first thing in the morning, that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get a fire going tonight. I'm a mess. But I'll decide my next step. So, it's been a long day, survivors. Birds seem happy. They can fly away from water whenever they want to. My shelter where I was camping is still dry. The water appears to be receding slightly, but you never know. It did have a short downpour of rain about 20 minutes ago. The clouds are still very, very, very heavy with rain clouds, so. Well, such is my luck lately. Keeping spirits up is one of the most important things that you can do in in this kind of situation when you're homeless and you have nothing. Being productive and so more footage of me when I'm in better states. I mean, I can show you real quick, but yeah. Alright, survivors, signing off.